Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know your exams are right around the corner, and sometimes that first chapter in maths, sets, feels a bit weird, right? But listen, what if I told you it's actually one of the easiest chapters to score full marks in? Today, we're going to make it so simple you'll feel like a pro in no time. So, let's get started. You know that feeling? You open your textbook and all these strange symbols and definitions are just staring at you. But don't you worry at all. Trust me, your loving tutor is here and we're going to make this chapter feel like a piece of cake. All right, so let's start with the most basic question of all. What is a set anyway? It sounds complicated, but I promise you the idea is super simple. Let's break it down. So the book says a set is a well-defined collection of objects. Now pay attention to that phrase, well-defined. Honestly, Abacho, that's the most important part of this whole chapter. If you understand what this means, you've basically cracked the code. So what does well-defined even mean? It just means there's zero confusion about what belongs in the group. For example, if I say the vowels in the English alphabet, everyone in the entire world will say A, E, I, O, U. No debate. But if I say the 5 most talented actors in India, my list is going to be different from your list, right? And your friends' list will be different too. That's not well-defined because it depends on opinion. So remember, a set has no room for confusion or personal taste. Okay, now that we know what a set is, how do we write it down for our exams? Well, maths gives us 2 really simple ways to do it. It's kind of like writing your name in block letters versus in cursive. It's the same name, just a different style. Let's check out the first one. The first method is called the roster form, and this one is the easiest, I'm telling you. You literally just list out everything that's in the set, put a comma between them, and wrap them in these fancy curly brackets. Simple, nah? So for the prime factors of 30, well, that's 2, 3, and 5. So you just write 2, 3, 5. Done. All right, time for a quick quiz. Let's see if you've got it. I want you to write the solution set for this equation, x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0, in roster form. Go on, pause for a second, and give it a try. How would you even start? Do you get it? If you solve the equation, you'd find the solutions are 1 and minus 2. So the set in roster form is just 1, comma, minus 2. If you got that, excellent job. You're already on your way to becoming a sets master. Now, for the second style, the set builder form. This one's a little more clever, almost like writing a rule or a code. Instead of listing everything, you just describe the common property that all the elements have. So for our vowels, you'd write it like this. V is the set of all elements X such that X is a vowel in the English alphabet. It's a really smart way to write things, especially for sets that have tons of elements. Awesome! So we know what sets are and we know how to write them. Now let's meet the family. Yep, there are different types of sets, and you can think of them like different members of a family, each with its own special personality. Let's meet them real quick. First, you have the empty set. Basically a set with nothing inside, a completely holly set. Then there's a finite set, where you can actually count how many things are in it, like the months in a year. The opposite is an infinite set, which just goes on forever, like all the numbers or all the stars in the sky. And finally, we have equal sets, which are like identical twins. They have the exact same elements, just perfect copies of each other. Okay, another quick question for my brilliant students. Think hard about this one. Is the set of all even prime numbers that are greater than 2 an empty set? What do you think? Just a simple yes or no? And the answer is yes, it is an empty set. Why? Because the number 2 is the only even prime number that exists. The question asks for one that's greater than 2, which is impossible. So the set is empty. See, you guys are so smart. All right, let's move on to another really important idea. I want you to imagine a small pencil box inside your big school bag. That's kind of what a subset is. It's just a smaller set that's living inside a bigger one. So here's the official rule. We say set A is a subset of set B if every, and I mean every single element of A, is also found inside B. We use this little symbol here, which kind of looks like a C. You can think of it as meaning is contained in. So A is contained in C. And here's the easiest way to remember this forever. Think about your class. Every single student in your class is also a student in your entire school, right? So your class is a subset of your school. Simple. Now we get to the really fun stuff, the action part. You know how you can add and subtract numbers. Well, you can do similar things with sets. This is where we get to combine them, compare them, and really play with them. First up is the union. Think of union as a huge party. You invite everyone from set A, and you invite everyone from set B. The final party list, A union B, has everybody from both groups. We just make sure not to write a person's name down twice if they were in both sets. As you can see in the picture, it's everything all mixed together. Next, we have intersection. Now, if union was a big party, intersection is more like a small exclusive club. To get in, you have to be a member of set A and a member of set B. It includes only the elements that are common to both. It's just that little overlapping part you see in the diagram. And finally, there's difference. A minus B is pretty simple. You take everything in set A, and then you just throw away anything that's also in set B. So look at our example. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, and B is 3, 4, 5, 6. What do they share? 3 and 4. So we take those out of A, and we're left with just 1, 2. That's A minus B. Phew, we've covered so much, and you've been amazing. You're doing so well. Now, before we finish, let's do a super fast revision of everything we learned, just to lock it into our brains before the exam. Are you ready? Okay, rapid fire round. A set is a well-defined collection. Roster form is a list. Set builder form is a rule. A subset is a small set inside a big one. Union is everybody together. Intersection is only the common ones. See? You know all of this. And look at that, you've done it. You just covered the most important ideas from the entire chapter. See? I told you it wasn't so bad. You are so ready for this. All the very, very best for your exams. I know you're going to do great. Hey, before you go, do me a favor. Let me know in the comments which part of this chapter is now crystal clear for you. And if this helped, please share it with your friends who might be struggling. Okay, study hard, but don't forget to take breaks. Bye, bacho, and take care.